Daith da, Obi Nakan. Welcome to podcast number 189. Now, last Friday, we was down St Morgan again. So it's the second time in, 7 days we've been down there, and you couldn't get two completely different funerals. You know, we had the private, real, old Catholic Mass on one day, and then last Friday, it was a massive service in St Morgan Church. And that was for our old mate, Dave Taylor. Now, Dave, we talked quite a bit on and off about him doing a podcast. And we thought we'd get around to it, but I've been called out so many times, you know. And he did come out of hospital a few weeks ago, and he put messages up, oh, anybody want to come see me, whatever. So I did send him a message. I said, here, I don't know how you feel, because I knew he wasn't too good. I didn't realise he was quite as poorly as he was, but I knew he wasn't too good. But I said, here, how do you think about doing a podcast? Because for him, I mean, it would have been quite an emotional thing, really, looking back over his life. So, but he come right back, yeah, proper, love to do it, ring me phone, Ali will ring me back and we'll tie it up. So I sent a message. No, I didn't actually wrong. Left a message on answer phone, I think it was. Next day I didn't hear anything. And then sadly the next day he passed away. So I never got round to seeing him that one last time. So as far as funerals go, there's so many things to tie in on any funeral, really. There's so many things to tie in. And obviously everything's got to get perfect. I remember one family said to me once, they said, we can't believe how it all gets slotted in. It's like arranging a wedding that you take 12 months to do. And then a funeral's, a lot of it is exactly the same, and you do it in 12 days or whatever. Well, it's a bit longer these days, but, you know, that's what they were getting at. And like I said, I knew that this would be one of them, and it was purely because of the numbers. We were expecting a big crowd. So we had the church, we had speakers inside the church, we had our PA speakers outside the church. Chris was on board with us. He live streamed it, not only around the world, but also to the village hall there in St Morgan, so that people could go there and watch it. Just so much needs to get tying in. But we had a proper service, but he did have the last laugh. Everything was going fine. Service was going okay. And during the first eulogy, we was about 5 minutes in and we had a power cut. And the church was so dark inside. I think they're having the roof done at the minute. So I think a lot of the windows were kind of blocked in with galvanised and that, because they got the scaffolding and everything. And we had a power cut. So Ellen, the vicar, said to Medi that was reading it, well, you carry on. So, of course, one of the family got up. I couldn't see from the back who 'twas at the time. Got their phone, put the torch on. So he's reading the eulogy by torchlight while the church wardens get round trying to suss out what's on. We get Mike come over from the village hall. He said, here, the live stream had gone down. So we said, yeah, we've had a power cut. Anyway, we got it back on after a few minutes. So we carried on and everything was fine. Well, then there was a part of the service, and Ali, his daughter, stood up to introduce it. And it was mainly because whenever she went to parties when she was young, this one song would come on and Dave would embarrass her. He'd be singing, punching the air in the chorus. And he said to her a week or two before he passed away, I want you to get up and introduce this song. And they got to sing the chorus and they got to punch the air. And if they don't do it good enough, get them to play it again. So Ali got up and she introduced this song. And the song is Hi-O Silver Lining, which I know note for note. I'll explain that in a minute, but I know it note for note. So Mabon, me maid, she's there on the music system. So that's fine. Well, I downloaded the song a few days before. I didn't bother listening to it through because I know it. So that was okay. So it goes fine. We got the first verse, brilliant, chorus, second verse, chorus, lead guitar. But then halfway through the lead guitar, Jeff Beck starts singing verse 2 again. And I thought, hang, I don't know this version. What have I done here? And honestly, I started panicking. I thought, I've downloaded an extended version. I've never heard this before. So he sings the second verse. Then he sings the chorus. So, of course, everybody's punching there. Then it goes lead break, lead guitar. Well, halfway through the lead guitar, he goes into verse 2 again. And I can't believe it. Then we have the chorus. Everybody's punching there again. There's people starting to laugh now, but I ain't laughing. And then we go lead guitar again. And then it started again. It went back to verse 2 again. I thought, oh no. So I think it was at that time, it went into the chorus again, where everybody's punching there, lead guitar. And at that minute, I started walking back to Mabel and say, look, we got to fade this out. At the same time, Helen stands up, the vicar says, here, I think we ought to fade this out. She said, was that the 12-inch version? I said, I think it was. Well, I was mortified. Obviously, that people were finding it funny because they'd punch the air, I don't know, about 4 or 5 times, I think, singing I.O. Silver Lining. So that was that. Well, of course, Mabel was mortified afterwards. She said, I couldn't work it out. She said the song is 2 minutes, 56 seconds long, but she said it kept going. So I said, no, it's in your fault. I said, I've got the wrong version. Well, anyway, when we got home, back to the office, I thought, right, I'm going to play it again. And you'll never believe it. It just played normal. 2 minutes, 56 seconds. No repeats, no nothing. Now, I can't explain that because this is on a phone. It's not like a tape loop or anything. I just can't explain it. The only thing is, I looked at Dave Taylor. I looked up the skies. I said, you bugger. I said, you've had the last laugh here. And I did say to Ali, I think the next day, I said, in the future, whenever I hear this song, I'm going to think of Dave and I'm going to smile. And a bit later, I did watch back bits of the video recording of the song. And I Silver Lining come on, and I was in tears of laughing. Looking back, it couldn't have been better. It couldn't have been better. And I'm sure he had I can't explain any other, I just can't explain it. But it was brilliant. But I say, the service was lovely. I mean, I didn't realise he'd done so much for the area. I mean, he did business all over the world. I mean, people flew in to come to the funeral. It was brilliant. And then we got out. He'd arrived at church in an old vintage tractor and trailer, and then they couldn't start the tractor. But they did, and off they went. But yeah, that's something I won't forget. Now, I said I knew I.O. Silver Lining note for note, because when I was 14, our first group, it was one of the songs we actually did. Now, I've told this story a bit over the last week, and there's only a certain age group that know I.O. Silver Lining. Youngsters don't know it. Older people don't know it. I can remember it. Say we played it, but also I used to hang around a little bit when I was 14, 16 with Wadebridge Young Farmers, and it seemed to be played a lot at Young Farmers dues as well. So I thought, I can't play the proper one because of copyright. But I thought what I will do, I will play the version we did. I think we was all like 15, 16, along with Graham Hawke, when we recorded it in Federation. And I don't think there's any worry of copyright, because back then what we used to do, I mean, Graham worked out a lot of the music, but like when we were in groups, nowadays you've got the internet and you can just go on the internet, they'll tell you the words, the music, brilliant. Well, back in they days, you'd have to listen to it on a record, lift the needle quickly, and try and work out on your guitar what was going on. Well, in Federation, we concentrated quite a bit, I'd say, on doing the music. As far as lyrics went, the words, we didn't really worry about that. So when you listen to this song now, this is us doing I.O. Silver Lining. The words, we got verse 1 pretty much right. But then we never sing verse 2. We go back to verse 1 again. And Graham Hawke is singing the lead vocals on this. And then I come in on the chorus. So I'm singing the main tune in the chorus, and Graham does the harmony. And the reason we do that is I can't sing harmonies. I could in choirs, but I couldn't in groups. So I'm singing the tune and Graham is singing the harmony. And I always felt we sounded pretty good together, really. You might think a bit different. But I will put it on now. Tingle me the best recording, because I'm going to have to hold the microphone up to the speaker, playing it through my phone. So tingle me the best of recordings. But here goes, so see what you think. Well, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I tortured you then, didn't I? I mean, listening to it, I just had my mic up against the speaker and it was distorting a bit there, here and there. It isn't the best quality, but that's what the song shouldn't sound like, but at least you get the idea what the tune is. But there we go. But like I said to Ali, every time I hear that now, I'm going to think of Dave. So that was my funeral in the morning. In the afternoon, we had another funeral, another Dave I've known for so long. Again, we was hoping to have a tractor for this one as well, but they had trouble with the brakes. So in the end, we didn't have that. I mean, Dave, I've known him for such a long time. He come from down this way, Bridgeway, but then moved up St Mabon. But again, we was down Egglesale, and we had a church full there for Dave as well. So 'twas a day of Daves. Well, really, David Johns, because Dave Taylor was David John, Dave Roberts, David John, and I'm a David John. How about that? Weekend was really a weekend of paperwork and grandchildren, really. I was hoping to meet Ruth. Ruth is from up in Scotland, and she was down in Cornwall for a few days. I think it was for a Cornish language few days down here, and I was open to meet with her. We open to run in the future, do a half marathon together, but I just couldn't fit it in, which was such a pity. We did message on the phone, and we will meet up later on in the year. And I say then we are going to run together, hopefully raise a bit of money for charity. So we was then into this week, and amongst the funerals we had this week was Brian's. I mean, that was at our place. All went well there, which was brilliant. Again, pretty much perfect number. Our chapel was just about full. I think there may have been 1 or 2 spaces. So perfect number there. Lovely service. And then we was up St Wen on Tuesday for Kathleen's funeral. And again, we had a church full. When you think she's 91. Oh, it was a fantastic crowd. And we had a lovely little touch, really, I thought, anyway, because she was married to John. Obviously, John passed away a few years ago. But John sang in the St Columba Male Voice Choir, along with our mate, John Moon, who was there working on the day, working for us. And it was lovely, really, because they had a recording of the White Rose. And this was playing as we left church. And the soloist on that recording, 'tis quite a few years ago, was John Moon, which I thought was lovely, really. But I love that song. I think that will be one of the songs I do have at my funeral, hopefully in many years to come, is the White Rose. And then in the afternoon, we had Chris's funeral. Again, a lovely service. It really was Chris from Bodmin. And, it was a perfect funeral, I would say, only for the reason that I was introduced to another David Bray. And Steve's father-in-law, David, he was a David Bray too. And I said to him there, I said, you can't have too many David Brays in the world. But we did have a lovely service there, I must admit. Other funerals we had during the week was John's as well from Blisland. Again, the chapel was full there at Glyn Valley. They were standing at the back. Oh, that went really well. And then yesterday, one of the funerals we had was Annette's funeral. Annette down at Padstow. And they were a couple, Annette and Dave, that I've known for such a long time. I went to school with Paul, their son. And like I've said before, Padstow Church is a big church and was practically full. It was a brilliant turnout and a lovely service. And then almost completely the opposite, another funeral we've had during the week, a private graveside service in one of the churchyards right in the middle of the countryside, where I would say normally all you can hear is the birds, but the wind had been that strong that I tried to record it, but you got the wind and that as well as the birds. But yeah, that was good as well. So that's just a few funerals of the week, just to give you an idea of what my week had been like. Right, well, that's enough for me talking and howling and singing down the microphone addy. We'll now go over to what you've all tuned in for, which is the last bit of Rex Curtis. And again, last week's was another popular episode. When I was up St Wen this week, people coming over saying how much they're enjoying it and telling me a few other stories. And I will definitely meet up with Rex again, because there's still a few things I want to talk to him about. So in a few months' time, I will get hold of Rex. I'll pop over there to Roach and record a bit more. But we will go over now to Rex for the final bit, and then I'll speak to you directly with me Cornish word of the week and me Cornish dialect. So, here it is. So, Royal Cornwall Show then?
Royal Cornwall Show, Albert Riddle. When the show moved up to Royal Cornwall, Albert and Betty was in a chalet up where the office is.
All right.
In Wood Chalet.
Yeah.
Then they put the pavilion up, and Anne, my first wife, done all the catering there.
Yeah.
So I got friendly with Albert, because he and Doug Lang and all they was in a syndicate. Yeah. And Albert said to me, he said, you couldn't get a thrashing machine and a traction engine up here, could he? Right. I said, yeah, no problem. Yeah. I always say no problem. No problem. I thought, when I come by, I thought, yeah, who are we going to have? So Willie Alford from them St. Just, he was the first one. He come up there, and Moyler was his driver. Moyler come out, was sleeping in an old Morris pickup.
Right.
I always remember it. And they got in an argument because Willie gave him milk allowance. Well, there wasn't for milk, was it?
No.
But you know what I mean. Milk allowance. And when he come up to the show, you haven't given me enough allowance. And they had an argument about that. This is how it went on. So Leonard Oskin, the year after, I had Leonard Oskin up. Well, Leonard Oskin and Willie didn't get on. But if Leonard Oskin was living now, he would say, Rex, you're wrong. You had me first and Willie second. So I said, how didn't he get on? Well, he pinched me pencil when I was a tacker in school. And I always remember it.
Oh, no.
Through a pencil.
Yeah.
Well, I had another friend from up in Bow, Aubrey Saunders, millionaire of mine. I just thought of he used to be exhibitor as well. Aubrey come down. I said, what was it got in your hand there, Aubrey? Oh, pencil. And he always talked like that, pencil.
Yeah.
I said, oh, yeah. Yeah, I cut him in 3. If you lose one, you still got 2 pencils. And honestly, he was a millionaire.
Yeah.
And the things that went on, I could write a book on him.
Yeah.
I could, honest.
Yeah.
He was someone out of this world. But so Albert, then we went on, gradually built it up. Well, the council up there was 1 or 2 on the council of Royal Cornwall. It's getting too big.
Right.
I want to cut it down. So I went up, gradually going bigger. I was only 20-year-old.
Oh, really?
See?
Yeah.
Bigger. Lovely, wasn't it? Yeah. So meeting now. So up we go. Albert and they didn't get on with Devon County.
I see.
Just, there's nothing wrong. They won't get on lovely now and all. But there was always a little something between Devon County and me. So they said, well, what are you going to say, Rex, Mr. Curtis? What are you going to say? I said, only thing I can say, if you cut it down and you want a piddly little do like Devon County. Oh, forget it. That was it. So I've gone bigger and bigger ever since. Now the new man out there, lovely, Mark.
Yeah.
Lovely man. Nothing wrong with him at all.
No.
Good as gold. Christopher was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And he's a friend of yours, I know that. And he's a good man, but Albert and me, we had, when Albert was dying, I used to go and see him at Bodmin Hospital. And the things he told me, if I could only record it all in the war, torpedoed twice, and he got away with it. I said, how'd he get away with that? Because he said, I used to suffer with seasickness and I couldn't go down below. I was up top.
Oh, really?
And I jumped from one boat onto another.
Yeah.
The things he told me. Marvellous man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really was.
Yeah, he was. He was the
I mean, Doug Lang had everything up there. Fruit.
Yeah.
He had the fruit there, all the yellow things with wheels and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
He had the lot. There was no getting away from that. Rex Davey, there was Colenso, I can't think of his name. They worked up there. How they got in, Betty and Albert was behind the bar in the old pavilion.
Yeah.
And Colenso and his wife, I can't think of his name for a minute. Don't matter. They helped in behind the bar.
Oh, really?
And Anne done the catering.
Yeah.
See, it was good. There's no getting away from it. It was fantastic.
So how many years have he done that show then?
Well, I've done it since I was 20, and I'm still on it, but I'm in the background because the new man want me in the background, and I got a little team now.
Yeah.
I got Frank Amley.
Yeah.
You know Frank?
I know Frank, yeah.
Yeah, I know Frank. That's good. Frank have just bought Weeks's 100-year-old van.
Really?
It's going to be up real Cornwall this year.
Oh, beauty.
And Weeks's garage, I can remember Weeks's garage on the Platte.
On the Platte, yeah.
2 petrol pumps each side.
Yeah.
And Coral Wills, Weybridge boy.
Oh, Carol Will.
Carol Wills knocked it down, and John Dressui from Sticker was out there working with a digger on the council, and they done it weekends.
Really?
Yeah, marvellous, isn't it?
Yeah.
You think about that. Right, where were we to then?
So we've done...
Oh, Rowe, Cornwall, gradually build up, yeah. Christopher and me had our ups and downs. Albert and me had our ups and downs, because Albert would say, shift that lorry. I said, nothing to do with me. No, get and move, Rex. You move on, you shifting. Because he would rather I done it than you have a fall-out seat. Yeah. Shift that lorry. Move this, do that. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, I tell you, I could write a book on it.
Yeah.
Then there's different ones. Oh, I better not go into that. No, that's wrong. No. When you think about it, no, it was, I could go on and on and on and on and on. But I've had a lovely life, and my mum and dad brought me up. Work.
Yeah.
But that hurt me one bit.
No.
And my education, I had none.
No.
And I could go to meetings with Sir Alan Dalton, all of them, go to a meeting, and all I could do was talk.
Yeah.
I could talk.
Yeah.
I could answer the questions.
Yeah.
But when they got on about different things, I would think, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. No.
You know? But if they had a heap of material there, they would say, how many ton is there, do you reckon? And I could size it up, and I wasn't very far out.
No. Brilliant.
But no education.
No.
I bet you had lovely education.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I could have worked harder.
You could.
Harder.
Yeah, you didn't
I
want
did
to.
enough just to
You
get
didn't
through.
want to. Yeah,
No, just
yeah.
to get through.
Yeah, you went Bowman Grammar?
No, that was closed. So I went Weybridge Girls' School, Boys' School,
Right.
then the comprehensive,
Yeah,
and then St Austell Sixth Form,
yeah.
and then on with Father.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, Mr. Raby up St Izzy School.
Right.
Mr. Raby had a shop built opposite the school.
Okay. Yeah.
We used to go in for hundreds of thousands in a little like a cornet to us.
Yeah.
In a paper bag, and up hundreds of thousands like that for penny halfpenny.
Really.
Sherbet, licorice, and he had a cobbler shop there as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a house there now.
Yeah.
So I go in around there sometimes just to look at things, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, I tell you. The worst thing of St Izzy School was cutler and also powdered milk.
Right.
After the war, we had powdered milk
Right.
and a block of cheese. I didn't love cheese then in a block.
No.
I like cheese in a sandwich now, little slithers,
Yeah.
but I don't like a hunk of cheese.
No.
But my father, every night, bread and butter folded over, great bit of cheese. You've never seen nothing like it. You mustn't go bad on cheese, everybody said.
Yeah.
Piccalilli, go, and he'd eat the lot every night. And anything went wrong then to be Epsom salts.
All right. Yeah.
Everything was Epsom. And if it was a burn, it would be calamine lotion.
Yeah.
You had it all. Sunburnt calamine lotion.
Oh.
Aye.
Yeah. And you fit them well, but you've had one or two weight
I've had loads.
Yeah.
I could write a book on that.
Yeah.
In the hospital. Yeah. When I was 40, I had a stroke and a heart attack.
Really?
Yeah. And since then, I had a quadruple bypass, and the surgeon was called Mr. Quo, and he's still at Plymouth.
Right.
I could tell you all about that journey. I was spent 3 months, then 3 or 4 months in Stralis.
Really?
Yeah.
God.
And Slade, he wasn't my doctor. He's a great big bloke. Oh, I know how he was big because he used to like the chocolates was left for. No, I shouldn't say that. But he saved me life, really. He said, you letting people go on. He said, I'm not your doctor of mine, but he said, you're letting people go on and you won't make it. And he said, next time when they come to you and say, so-and-so's very ill, say, sorry, I've let 3 or 4 go now. Set off from Treadwell going to London. Got up Treadwell Mills, I was taking ill. Oxygen, everything. They radioed through Derriford. I was one of the first up Derriford.
Really?
1999, I think it was.
Yeah.
And we're coming right in. No hesitation. They was arguing, well, we can't do it. Yes, we're coming in.
Yeah.
That's it. Went in there and the surgeon come to see me and he said, oh, lovely people. He said, I've been working on a girl all night and I don't know, I'll put you off, but I don't know whether I'll be able to do you. Well, I said, I've never moaned about anything in my life, but if that happened, I wouldn't be very happy.
No, exactly.
I said,
Yeah.
And Maren, when she come to see me, I was down in the broom cupboard.
Oh, no.
Coming around.
Right.
And the nurses there, they had a Mini, and he wouldn't start. And I shouted out, get a new battery. They said, you come round. I said, get a new battery. And I said to Maren, she come in, I said, have I been done? She said, I was, not cleaned up or nothing, down in the broom cupboard. But I tell you what, I could, Treadwell Hospital, the National Health, Roach surgery, all been brilliant with me.
Yeah.
One fault, none of it. You got to have the right attitude.
Yeah.
Down Treadwell, pity you going home Friday. I said, how's that? Well, we got no entertainment. Chris Prynne come down to see me, and Chris would tell the tales. He'd drive me around the bend sometimes, fine. But he'd tell all the tales and the different things. The bloke next to me was dying, honestly, dying. And he bucked up. He says, your friend coming tonight? I said, I bloody hope not. Just joking,
Yeah,
I said, I hope not. No, I hope he come tonight. Yeah. He had listened to every conversation. God, he went home before me. he bowed at it, That's all us.
Talking about Chris.
Yeah.
We'll talk about when you moved the stones
Yeah,
for Ed.
yeah, better do it another time, us. Oh, never, you want to look in there?
All right, I'll look in there. I'll come back again.
Cool, because
Yeah.
You better wait, because that is a lot in there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
We'll do that next time. What we'll do now, I'll round it off for now.
Yeah.
But I will say we'll come back again.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, I'm sorry I've been higgly-piggly.
Oh, no, that's fine.
I am honest.
Thank you, Rex. That was proper.
Yeah.
And I know we've just touched on things.
Yeah. I know I could go on and on and on and on, because I haven't told you how I got this cottage.
No.
Because me and Clifford Trethewey, Clifford was up here, we done a swap. I was down on the estate, swapped.
Really?
And we done it through the solicitors proper.
Yeah.
And I moved all my belongings on the low loader up here.
Really? Yeah.
I could go on and on and on and on.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk
we haven't talked about bank managers either.
No.
That's another thing. I had one good bank manager and I had one.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
He wasn't very far away from you either.
Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Ed Prynne.
Ed Prynne,
We'll leave it a few months and then we'll meet up again.
Yeah, no problem. I'd love to do it, but I'd love to say to everybody I've had a lovely life. I've had me wake, see.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned.
Well, that's another thing. I got all that.
Yeah. Yeah. You've still
Johnny is a cousin to me, see? Johnny Cowland. His Uncle Fred is his grandfather.
Yes.
That's Roger and Paul's boy.
Yeah.
Cool. When you think about it, but I had a lovely time and friends. You can't beat the right people.
No.
Tim, what you know, to who you know, really.
Definitely.
In lots of ways. Not nastily, but nicely.
Yeah.
You can go on forever, you know. If somebody come here now, this time of day, and wanted a favour, yeah. First thing in the morning, well, they would have a favour, but I would drag my heels a bit.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't this time of day, as the day went on.
Yeah, exactly.
But everybody said I was too bright in the morning. See, when I worked out here, there was people lived in Stanley's. I had the key of the offices to open, all of it. And I lived out past now.
Yeah. Oh.
I had a new Mini. I forgot that. Brand new Mini. Cool. When you think about it, Michael Lott was a salesman up Bodmin.
Oh, yes.
Up on there.
Yeah.
I said, how do you sell so many Minis? He was selling 2 or 3 a week.
Right.
He said, I get 20%, but he said, I'm selling them for 10. But I can double me what's name. The neighbours living in that car and it's going to think, Christ, what have happened? And then they'll see me, they'll think, oh, he ain't dead. He's all right. Oh, another thing I haven't told you, little Patrick dances we had.
Yeah.
Down there, there's other things. But Joe Deaton was the best dancer you could ever have. You wouldn't believe it.
Get away.
He could come out little Patrick and the women would die for him.
Really? Yeah.
And dance, my Christ, his quick step, everything.
Yeah.
He and Harvey Lander. Characters. Did you know Joan and Brian that had the shop over opposite you, the upholstery shop years ago?
Yeah, Morse, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
Clifford Trethewey.
Ah, yeah, she was a Trethewey, wasn't she?
Yeah,
that's right.
Joan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Margaret, Joan.
Yeah.
Terence, one's in New Zealand. Yeah. I could tell you all about that as well, because you wouldn't believe it. How we swap, you wouldn't believe it.
No.
It just come into my head one night. I'll tell it.
Yeah.
We'll have to have it another time.
Definitely. Brilliant.
Well, I bet you're thinking, what a lash up, isn't he?
No, not at all. I think it'll be one of the best ever. I think it'll be very popular. But
Aye.
what I'll do, because I don't want my batteries
Right.
I don't want my battery to run out before we've rounded it off.
Right out,
So
we'll round
I'll
it
say,
off.
Yeah. So, well, thank you, Rex.
Proper job.
Proper job.
Proper
And
job.
I will be out again.
No problem.
Because we've skirted around a lot.
Yeah, no problem at all.
I'll see you soon.
Thank you, David.
Proper, mate.
Thank
Lovely.
you. Lovely. Keep up the good work.
I will. Well, thank you, Rex. That was proper. Brilliant. And I will speak to you again in a few months' time. So there we go. For me, Cornish word of the week is a little phrase this week. And again, it goes back to Dave Taylor's funeral, because as we come into church, we had Cornwall My Own, written by Harry Glasson, but it was sung by a singing group from Newquay area, really. Well, Newquay obviously isn't that far away from St Morgan, and they called Ollangwella. Ollangwella. So that will be my Cornish phrase of the week. And basically in Cornish, it's Ollangwella, O-double-L, which is all, An, A-N, which is the, and Gwella, Gwella, which is best. So it is all the best, Ollangwella. For me, Cornish dialect of the week, no, I don't know if this is Cornish dialect. Tis actually a phrase. Me met Dave Williams, he said it to me this week, and I did find it funny, actually. He said to something his grandfather used to say to him when he was younger, and he'd say, boy, stay single and bring your children up the same way. Which, you might not find it funny, but I found it funny. Stay single and bring your children up the same way. So that's my little, I don't know if there's a Cornish dialect phrase or whatever, but it did make me laugh. So that's what I'm going for this week. Right, well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry about the bit of music in the middle, but there we are. I promise I won't do it every week. I hope you have a good week anyway. Wish you well. Do Guinness. Carnobus Ficken.